All right, boys and girls, the day has come to another preseason before the LP League kicks off. People's Podcast. And boy, oh boy, do we got some shit to talk about today. Shit went down in the Legacy chat, and we're going to talk about it. So, first and foremost, let me welcome in my second co-host outside the fake Hall of Faming toucan, Moosey. Welcome, sir. How you doing? How you been?
Not too bad. How have you been?
Good, man. Listen, we're going to talk a little about Caps season. We traded Aloha away to the 49ers. All right, I saw the public press release. So we're going to talk about the Caps team in a little bit. And then making his first time face reveal on the podcast is a very dear friend of mine. Me and this guy go back, man, probably about 15 years, I got to say. So without further ado, Julian, welcome to the pod. How are you, sir?
Good, man. Good. How's everybody? Has it been that long?
Bro, it's at least 15 years.
Okay.
And I may be shorting us 15. Maybe like 18 years, really, since I first juked you up in the flag football arena.
Yeah, I don't remember it happening that way, but okay.
I know it was that bad that it caused nightmares for a bunch of years. You had to go to therapy and you forgot about it. So it's all right. It's all right. They call me the young Barry Sanders back in the day. But appreciate you being here.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a lot to talk about. So first and foremost, you guys are both New York Giants fanatics. All right. Which, by the way, I never knew another New York Giant fan until I got into Legacy and I met you, Moosey, and I met Toddy. New York Giant fans to me are a few in between. Besides, in Tampa,
you just haven't been to Northeast.
Is a Giants fanatic. The guy thinks Daniel Jones is the next coming of fucking Jesus.
Sounds about right.
So, can we get a score update real quick?
It's currently 21-6 at the end of the third.
Giants are up.
Yeah.
All right. Who are they playing, by the way? I don't even know.
They're facing the Panthers right now.
All right, good. NFC South team, yeah, beat the fuck out of them. fuck the Panthers. Yeah, beat their ass. All right, Danny Dimes. What's the Danny Dimes line? Did he play a little bit?
Yeah, so I think he did, I believe, 2 drives, and in those 2 drives, he went 8 for 9 for 69 yards and a touchdown or 2. I forgot if it was 1 or 2. I know Hyatt got a touchdown. I know Bellinger got a touchdown.
Yeah, it was just 1 touchdown for Dimes and 6 yards on the ground, but pretty solid considering it's just 2 drives.
Yep.
All right, so our other commissioner will be pretty happy, Mr. Toddy. Probably pumped to see the Giants doing well. All right, so we'll dive into a little bit. So, Julian, you got the 49ers. And by the way, we do have 2 secret guests that will be joining the podcast later for those that are wondering who else is going to be on the pod. We have two other face reveals coming later. All right, 49ers, LP League. It's a pretty set team now. Any moves you're making? How you feeling about Madden 24 so far?
I was a little hesitant playing the beta. There was some sketchy shit. And well, you know how I feel about Madden, man. I want to play, but as busy as I am, like I ain't got time for that bullshit sometimes.
Listen, this guy would call me on a fucking daily basis complaining about how bad the fucking game is. He goes, bro, next year I ain't buying that shit if it's not till fucking Black Friday. But he got it before, so I give it credit. So something must have changed for him.
Yeah, no, but I'm pumped about the Niners. I mean, it's a great roster. Not a lot of depth, but I mean, it's Madden, so I don't have to worry about injuries too much. Not like the real life Niners that everybody on their squad gets hurt. But Lance is going to be the starter, so that
okay. So we're starting Lance over Brock.
Yeah, man.
Does that mean Brock is on the block?
Right, he is. Yeah, Brock.
Okay, all right. LP League, listen up. If
I can't.
You're
I'm not
a
good
Brock
enough.
Party fan, come get him.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to handle that 84 throw power, man.
And then Moosey, you have the Texans, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to call out your trades, but I think there may be 1, maybe 2 trades you got in the works right now with that Texan squad require some folks. Is that true, false, or we put a Gordo right now and just talking at our ass?
There's no heated trade talks, but there have been some interest from the Texans in some other players. I'll say that.
Oh, so you're trying to acquire somebody?
Yeah. Would love to acquire somebody for the offense on this team. All those labbing sessions with all these people, as Randy would say, labbing with everyone.
Yeah.
I've tested out the team a little bit. I do feel.
How have you done the lab sessions? Who have you played?
I've played Toucan a bunch. I've played MK a bunch. I've played Randy, I believe, once. Got a couple other games in with other people. I can't name them off the top of my head, but there's definitely been a lot of games.
Are you on the plus side or you've been losing?
Oh yeah, we're on the plus side.
I'm not I call it out what it is.
Don't worry, I'll put you on the loss column.
Ooh, yeah, we're supposed to play later this evening.
Yep. Will do.
So that's good. Hopefully, I can notch another tick mark on the loss column for you.
Debatable, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. If you're gonna play with the Texans, I feel okay.
Hey, there's a couple of leagues.
Remember the last time you and I played. Remember what happened?
There's a couple of the leagues that you and I are in. There are a couple teams.
Ooh, Toucan chiming in with the comment here on the loss column to me. I don't know. Toucan taking claim for kicking ass. What was that score?
We played a couple of games. I know. I'm pretty sure he has one more, but me and him fool around so much during our games that it doesn't even matter in my opinion.
Okay.
But I'll give it to him. He's probably won most of more games than I have against each other. I think like out of 2 or 3, 3 or 4, he's won 2-1 probably.
Ooh.
There you go. Fold it 22. Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
That should sum it up. I'm blowing a 20-0 lead. There you go.
All right. There
shows how much I'm
messing around, not really taking it serious. Yeah, it's the same thing. I played.
And we all know Toucan's play style, and even he's throwing like 8 picks a game. Like that should show you
that
how
you
much
right there, right? Yeah, no, I got you. I played Marnie. So far, I played Water.
Mm-hmm.
We went to overtime. Played Aloha, beat Aloha. Played Marnie, beat Marnie. Actually, so Marnie was actually the reason we beat Marnie is result of the new AI shit. So Marnie, we're fucking around, and he gets the ball back with 45 seconds. He's driving, and he got stuck in no huddle running the same play consecutively. So, but the third time he goes to run the play, defense picked it up, and it was a pick six, and he lost on a pick six because the defense knew what the play was, and we were main coverage. We undercut the route, and the rest is history. Vice versa, I play Rico later.
I love
and
it. Aloha said it perfectly.
Rico ends up getting a pick on me because I ran the same play 3 times in a drive, and on the third time, his DB undercut it. And no, Aloha, we're not counting dubs in labbing sessions, but this is a little confidence building for the regular season. That's all I'm gonna say. You got Toucan chiming in saying that Julian looks like a coworker. Apparently, he knows. Looks like someone he knows.
I get that a lot for some reason. I don't know.
How about you? How are your Steelers looking, Jorge?
So I haven't played with them yet. That's actually one of the things that I want to do tonight. Is I want to play with the Steelers because I have no fucking idea what they look like, what they are. I mean, I got a couple of guys on the block, and I've been hit up for a couple of guys. The obvious guys. When I say the whole team's on the block, people jump onto the Bosa train and want to get him
Bosa.
and Minka and
whoa.
Not that I'm trading him.
Bosa.
Oh, sorry, Watt. Sorry, my apologies.
Just want to confirm.
All right. Maybe we got Bosa. I don't know.
If Bosa's available, I'll gladly come over to you as well. Like I got 3.
But some guys are available and people are hitting the DMs about it. But we haven't played yet, so that's the goal tonight. Was actually to play a couple games with the Steelers to get a feel for game style. All right. We got 9 minutes before we get a special guest that joins the podcast. Before he does, I want you guys both to give me predictions for the LP League, which kicks off this weekend. What do you guys and not predictions as to everybody else, because there's a couple new guys in the LP League.
Mhm.
Just how do you both think you two will do in the LP League? Julian, who's on you first? What do you think? 4-12?
It's hard to call it given the rosters in my division, but I'm sure I'll as my usual first round exit in the playoffs. I'll make the playoffs and just lose in poor fashion, like
All
usual.
right, so you and Lamp are like distant cousins because Lamp has that first round playoff exit kind of syndrome.
Yeah.
Also, so
No, that's
all right, Moosey, what do you think for your tech? Now again, it's a young roster. You know, the rebuild is obviously in full effect. But are you guys competing year one, or what are you guys doing?
I think I can scrounge a decent record. Like I'm pretty confident I can get myself into the playoffs because the defense for the Texans actually is a lot better than I realized. With Will Anderson, Jimmy Ward, and Stingley over there, even Shaq Griffin was killing it in the head-to-heads. Christian Harris was keeping up with wide receivers, so I do think that can keep me into the game, especially because I'm not gonna say I'm the best user in LP, but I do think I can win my fair share of games. So I think we can start winning off the bat, developing the young players on the team. So maybe looking at around a 11-6, 12-5 record around that range.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Oh, Toucan's action for an invite. So I got a DM Toucan invites coming. All right, as we get Toucan prepared to join the pod. Moosey, tell us about the Caps League. So we had some interesting events.
Yeah.
Caps League. Recap it. Tell us about it. Walk us through what happened.
So we had the QB battle going on for the first week, 8 weeks. You know, that was the plan for the roster. The GM already spoke to both QBs. He was like, okay, you guys both get 4 games pop, prove why you're going to be the future of this franchise. And, you know, most things never go as planned. Within the first 6 weeks, a couple of the teammates were turning on Aloha. Aloha wasn't happy with his receivers catching. And at one point, I started stirring the pot. I went to the media. I became the media. I started asking people, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this dude's play style? How do you feel about the team's success? Because despite being 5-1 or like 6-1, the team's not playing as great as it looks. The defense is carrying and the offense was lackluster. Now, on top of that, things happened and Aloha demanded a trade. It wasn't looking great for him in the QB battle, but he said that the team
Jalen was
helping
whooping
him.
that ass. What you're telling me is Jalen was statistically whooping that ass, and Aloha decided to exit left behind closed door number 3 and go join his fair franchise in the 49ers.
And now I will say this. The 49ers splashed a lot of money. They traded a lot of value.
So what was that trade for the people that didn't see it or may not be aware? What was that Aloha ransom?
So the funny thing is, because Aloha wanted out, there's not much value to him because he's being such a headache that you can't really get the best for him. So all you got was Brock Purdy in return. The 49ers got an absolute steal out of this.
So 49ers basically out GM'd the Caps team and got a future franchise quarterback in Aloha, and we get a backup guy in Purdy.
And then the 49ers decided that same night to hit the go button on a bunch of other trades. They brought in the second Bosa brother.
Oh, no.
They brought in Marlon Humphrey. They brought in 2 offensive linemen. One is your boy, Ryan Jensen. And they brought in the left tackle for the Ravens. I'm forgetting his name right now. Ronnie Stanley. They brought him in to protect Aloha because they didn't want.
So 49ers went out and said, we're going to protect our new franchise quarterback.
They traded Ayuk, but they brought back Calvin Ridley, and they drafted a rookie superstar wide receiver as well. So he was like 95 speed, 95 excel. So Aloha's roster is stacked for him.
Damn. All right, so who's been a standout in camp for the Cap so far? I know, Ant been looking good besides his drops. DK I saw had a couple touchdowns in a single game. Now, obviously, Jalen's our starting quarterback, kind of going forward. Who's kind of stood out to you?
I will say that Shuda had a very bad start. But I do believe that is not his fault. I think the O-line was struggling and he wasn't getting proper touches. So now
he's the next one to leave. Is he on his way out?
See, I was thinking that there was a chance he demands trade, but the last 2 games he started getting more touches. I believe he got over 100 all-purpose yards in both games.
Yeah, I saw that game.
So they might have managed to calm the fire a little bit. Yep. As you said, DK is doing it. I see all the wide receivers get involved a little. A-Rod has a lot of drop issues. He's a reliable target for both QBs.
He seems to be a Jalen favorite.
That's the thing, and he does well for the most part, but he's had some really bad drops in the end zone, which have stood out to the defense, and the defense has not been the happiest.
It's a tribute to our fucking 19 points a game average game per game fucking points. Now, all right, on defense, I saw Dimes lock up. I see 44, and that's the only guy that I know on defense besides myself is fucking Dimes.
Yeah, so
I see 44 flashing everywhere.
Dimes is very active. I do think he could be a lot better because I believe he drops a lot of picks, very easy picks that he could have, which could turn the favor a little bit because a couple of those could be pick sixes. You are actually balling out, you and the other safeties, because all of you guys are all over the field in the run game, in the pass game. You guys are getting picks. You guys are getting tackles for loss. You guys are playing up to the line. You chase.
Which, by the way, it wasn't paid advertisement, but I was leading into my self-recognition here. I just point that out.
And the D-line is having a lot of fun because the D-line is
D-line is balling. So you play Dean on one end.
Yes.
Who plays D on the other? Is it Ghost that plays D on the other end?
No, so I'm the right end.
Okay.
Ant is the left end.
Ant, and you guys are basically a race to who gets to the backfield first.
He's killing me right now. What's it called? Water and MK are actually playing pretty well at D tackle because they're the more rushing style. So
listen, they're hogging up the double team, and you and Ant are getting one-on-one pass coverage in situations, and you guys are both just racing to the backfield.
Yeah, and then you also have Gosa, who from time to time will go up to that line, and he'll play occasional pass coverage, but majority of the time he's rushing. So he'll get in there occasionally for tackle for loss or a sack. But listen, that whole defense is balling. Even the white
defense is stacked.
Even the white people covering, killing.
Which, by the way, hey, you call it what it is. It's first time NFL history that many DBs start a game since like fucking 1960 or something. I don't know the last time. It may have been the Giants back when was his Seahorn? Was that his last name? Started a game at DB for the Giants.
All I'm gonna say is that many white DBs, and we are one of the best passing defenses.
Hey, there you go. Change the trend, baby. Let's go. All right, so who do we play next? What's our?
It's the Niners.
Oh no, we play Aloha next. We lost Moosey here for a second. I think he put us on mute, but we play the 49ers next. So this is the revenge game for Aloha. Aloha versus Jalen. As Moosey is having some kind of side conversation that we don't know about right now.
No, I'm back. Sorry.
All right. I don't know. I didn't know how long I was going to ad lib for.
No, you're good.
Aloha returns against the Caps. Jalen versus Aloha here. Is that what we have going on? And now we play him twice a year, right?
Yep. Aloha decided the perfect time for his trade was the game before you guys play the Niners.
So the man knows our playbook, knows our offense inside out, knows our defense inside out. When is this game going to get played so we can all tune in and watch?
See, at the pace we were going, I thought it was a chance that it was being played tonight, but Toddy that's on Toddy's schedule.
Listen, the Giants are playing tonight, so you got to give Toddy his time to watch the Giants play. And again, you guys are both fans, so you guys get that.
I will say I might message him because since the Giants are winning, he might be in a good mood.
He may be in a good mood and say, "Fuck it, let's load up and let's run through it." Otherwise, probably tomorrow.
Yep. I will
Might
say
as well
this
save
though.
that.
There's a couple surprises on the other rosters in the NFC West division. A couple of those players might be looking like surprising studs that nobody saw coming other than Toddy.
Oh no.
Couple of teams might give the Caps a lot of run for money because they said this team's starting off too hot.
Oh boy. All right. So Caps got a little interesting future.
Yep.
In the horizon. All right. So it's 9:32 Eastern Standard Time. And it's time we talk about the elephant in the room. And the elephant is not necessarily in our podcast room, but it's in Legacy. Earlier today, there were Gordo allegations. Gordo, I know you're on the podcast. You're watching from the work. I hope work is going stupendous. And on cue is the guy. I couldn't have timed this shit any better. Oh, and he leaves. He says release him, and then he leaves. All right, so he'll be back in a second. But he's back again. All right, let's see what we got him. You here? You're not?
I'm here, but I can't get my camera to work.
It's okay. We don't need to see you. We already know how sexy you look.
Make sure the permissions are allowed for whatever app you're using.
Oh shit! I think I'm
It's
on
okay.
Discord. I don't know. It's all good. But how are we doing, guys?
Good, man. We just got it. We literally just started the Gordo, Brandon allegations.
Oh,
Like,
so
literally, we
my
just
name is
transitioned to it.
extremely topical.
Yes, so you joined at the prestige moment.
Awesome.
So, all right, recapping, there's allegations. So this guy joins the league, and Gordo raises awareness and like, listen, guys, this guy's not fucking legit. And I'm summarizing and paraphrasing, so please forgive me if I don't have all the details exact. But guy joins the league. Gordo calls him out, saying, listen, he's not legit. Dude was in other leagues with me. Apparently, there was a supposed dick pic that kind of got thrown around. I don't know.
So
I was tagged in messages to verify or deny. I don't know what the conversation was. I've never seen him. I've never heard of him. So, all right, Randy, catch us up here. What's going on?
okay. So I believe the first part is that it was a picture of a dick. It was not a dick pic. There's different implications. A dick
There is.
pic
If
implies
it's yours,
it is
Very-
dick.
it's
That's
different than if it's
very-
yours. It's just a internet crop.
Yeah, it
pic
was an
of
internet
a
dick. It was not a 14-year-old boy's penis.
All right, so let's free my guy. Let's
Yeah.
let it known it wasn't his necessarily.
Yeah,
It was just one of
yeah.
a billion out there.
We also don't know if it was like a cartoon penis or if it was like a real penis. So it could be like a anime one where it's just like ha ha ha, it's funny, it's a meme, or it could have been straight off of Pornhub. So there is some like imagination needed for that, I guess. But yeah, so I was making the LP lead.
Hold on.
my phone.
Oh,
Gordo is chiming in the chat right now.
It was definitely a real dick.
All right.
Yeah, I was
so-
gonna ask. I don't know if that's one that you need imagination for.
Yeah,
Said
not what I
apparently
want
it was a Trevor
imagination
Lawrence
for.
debate conversation here.
yeah, yeah. So
All right.
apparently Gordo was defending. So it sounds like it was just an immature child making a poor joke.
Which again, at this point, I think in Legacy we're all a little bit used to that, right? We got Great
Yeah.
White, Pardon
Yeah,
Pod.
And remember, this kid's probably 15 to 16 at the time, so like it could be worse. If he doesn't do it again, then who's to say honestly, I was more worried about. so
Listen,
Live.
Gordo right now. I gotta keep posting the comments.
yeah, so
I
it's a kid. He made his mistake. I'm more worried about how he responded to everything else in the DMs that Gordo leaked. Obviously, because the explosion in DMs I don't really like.
the explosion.
Pun not intended. Pun not intended this time. But yeah, so it just kept going on, and Cozy and I were just kind of like mixture of egging it on and trying to like play courtroom. Like is there any like truth behind this? And also like is it as bad as because like I feel like the idea of saying like he sent a dick pic to chat, it was like a random dick pic would be weird. And don't get me wrong, any type of dick pic is weird, but the fact that there was some more
Context
story
behind
it, yeah, it wasn't just like, hey guys, here's a dick. So yeah, Cozy and I were just like egging it on, and it was just wild. Poor Saturn. I don't think he realized what he was getting himself into. Whatever.
I don't think so either. Because Saturn,
Saturn.
Saturn. Let me tell you something. Saturn joined the petition, the Gordo
Remove. Yeah, I saw
removal
that.
petition real quick when shit started to head south.
Yeah, that was crazy. But like, Gordo's been with us for a long time, so I inherently trust him more. Like I'm not gonna trust the random guy. I'm gonna trust the guy that I've known for at least 2 years now.
At least, and then
Yeah.
he's a Fed,
Yep, and he is a Fed. Yep.
certified, approved, first class.
Yeah, so I think the overall consensus that I'm hearing from the
Your
my,
sources,
my
your sources.
my peers is that we believe that there was a dick pic involved, but what we don't believe is that it was a malicious dick pic. It was not
Okay.
sexual harassment dick. It was comedic dick. Totally different.
Look, listen,
Right,
that's
right.
level. That's different levels of dick right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if it makes it right, but it is different levels.
Yeah, I don't think it makes it right. It just makes it less not right, not wrong.
Less
You
offensive.
know,
less
like
offensive.
yeah.
And here we are. This is, by the way, we are now on the 15th episode of the People's
Sweet.
Podcast since inception, and we've now reached the low point of us jumping on a fucking podcast talking about dick pics.
So
That's where we are, and the Giants, fucking football team.
Man, shut the
yeah.
fuck up. Fuck out of here with that. I will go to
Relax.
Hooters and beat you up.
I will go down to Florida and get a couple licks in.
Like we have
Are we
reached
not
a
gonna
new
talk-
low of this fucking podcast where dick pics and the Giants football are the topic of conversation for 30 minutes of the fucking podcast.
Yeah. Are we gonna talk about how Julian looks like Batista?
Listen, we absolutely can't
He
because
does. He does.
he absolutely does look like Batista.
That's the first time I've gotten that one.
Okay,
I
sure.
can see it now.
I joined and I was confused. I was like,
We got Batista in the
WWE.
server. Oh, that would have been amazing.
yeah, but Cozy and I are OGs. We're way from the Madden 20 years.
Oh, great. Now I got my own hitman's coming to get me. Fucking
Yep.
Gordo. So I'll go take care of George my damn self. Fuck.
Yep. So Cozy and I are from the long. We've been around a long time in this chat, and we were talking about like this was like prime legacy fucking chat. Like this was like I brought it up before.
He was
like,
taking it back.
Yeah, this was like when we made fun of AJ for the foot fetish. Like this is like this made me feel like Madden 24 is gonna be good. Just like the chat, just like there was a 30-minute period where my eyes hurt because chat was moving so fast that I couldn't keep up.
Well, I agree with you. So I literally, kid you not, I left the house to go get my kids ice cream. And I came back and I opened my phone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was legit gone for like 20 minutes. And I go back, I'm like, whoa, this escalated quickly.
Yeah,
It was good to see. I agree with you, Randy, about the chat being lively again. Again, slightly toxic, but again, you are the toxic man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and you had all the worst part for Braden and Gordo is that you had all of the top tier trolls hitting at the same time. Like you had Cozy, me, Great, Declan, and we were just serving.
And then
Jalen
Jalen ever soft with a little jab.
Yeah.
Jalen's that guy that
Yeah.
if you ever box against Jalen, he just jabbed you to death.
Yeah, we were
Little by
serving
little, and then fucking knock you out
softball.
before you knew it.
We were just lobbing softballs up for one another. Oh, it was epic, and I felt bad for Braden because it was and Gordo because it was like
poor kid had no idea what he was getting himself into. It's like, what the fuck did I join?
he would
First of
always
all,
respond. He would always respond immediately. So he's just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, his first mistake was he tagged the commish like 3 times.
Yeah. That was
as soon as he joined. And you know how, especially Toddy. You know how Toddy feels. And you're fucking tagging him while he's watching the Giants game.
Yeah.
Talk about double fucking negative. All right, going on. So you're tagging the commish. Toddy's like, what the fuck is going on in chat? I'm watching the Giants game. Leave me the fuck alone. And then it just blows up with Gordo allegations and, this, that, and the other. And I don't think it's died yet. I honestly, I think the People's Podcast came on just in time.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect timing.
Right now, everybody's just on edge, kind of waiting. and honestly, all right, Brandon, if you're watching the podcast and you want to jump on to defend the dick pic allegations, bro, DM me. I got you. The link is easy to get on. Not as easy as Gordo got his information, but easy to get on. Gordo, again, if you want to, I know you're at work. If you want to step to the side like Randy did and go behind the car for about 10, 15 minutes.
That's literally what I'm doing. I'm in my car. I have my radio on me.
If we see Randy disappear, we know why. I told the guys before the podcast, I was like, listen, Randy's going to join the podcast. He's going to come in. He's going to come out. We don't fucking know what he's going to do while he's here. Who knows? But again, he's going to join. If he leaves, we just know the dude's at work and he's disappearing.
Yeah, it was crazy though, man. It was like a thunderdome of information hitting us all at once.
It was. I do agree. It was information overload because you had Brandon trying to defend himself, Gordo accusing, Saturn trying to play the I don't know what happened, but I'm leaving the Gordo side even though he invited me. I'm gonna jump on the Brandon side.
Yeah, you know what?
You had Apex Gaming who DM'd me and said, no, this is what happened. And then, by the way, at the end of that story, Apex is like, oh, dude, do you want to invite to my league? I got a spot.
You ever seen the picture? I think it's in the Philippines of the 2 dudes fighting, while the dude in the back is hitting a crack pipe. You ever seen that picture? That's what was going on in Discord. You had like a couple people fighting.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Declan, me, Cozy, and Great in the back on a crack pipe, and it was just insane. I feel like this was like a promo for the next UFC fight or something like that.
That's right. That's exactly what it was. You know what?
Like now we got to force Gordo and him to be in the same division in LP.
Fuck it. Just have them join the podcast at the same time. Like, I'm not going to tell either one of them. I'm going to DM them separately.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to join the pod? Hey, you want to join the pod? They join. Yeah. I'm not even going to tell them. We're just going to go live. Are we
going to Jerry Springfield this? Jerry,
absolutely right.
Jerry.
That's exactly what we're going to do.
I don't think the smartest choice is saying this on a podcast that they can both watch.
It doesn't matter. They can know. They'll still fall for it.
I'm not sure if I have Gordo's YouTube comment up like for me to acknowledge this, but I won't.
Oh yeah, the Randy yeah.
So on to more Madden note, have y'all talked about like labbing any? How's everyone's labbing sessions going?
Yes, we talked a little bit about the labbing session, but I'm gonna ask you before you kind of have to hop off here shortly. How was your second? Because I saw last night Aloha kicked your ass.
Yep.
I'm gonna call that what it is. Dude, I saw the post Aloha made. He beat
I'm a proud believer that if it's a close game in a lab, you're doing something wrong. Like, why are you trying to win a labbing like a labbing game? You know what I'm like? So there's a point where you gotta to get better. You have to lab winning games. But right now, none of us know what really works in Madden. So you just got to try random shit. I think I've tried 17 offensive playbooks so far. Just like trying to figure out what's the move this year.
All right, so tell us any of you like and what you feel like.
So my favorite playbook right now is I love the Kansas City Chiefs offense playbook, but you have to have like a Mahomes, Joe Burrow level QB to run that.
You gotta have an X factor dude.
Yeah, you got to have someone who can launch a ball because the windows are pretty tight.
So Jordan Love's not going to do that for you.
Yeah, Jordan Love is fucking trash. That's what I learned. You're gonna catch me. You're gonna catch me in the run heavy playbook game one.
There you go.
With an Odin level fucking run to pass ratio.
All right, so we're gonna catch in the West Coast Mike Shanahan playbook. Just stretch left, stretch right.
He literally was using the 49ers playbook last night.
Was that it? Was that it?
That's what he was using versus me.
Yep. Yeah. And then for defense, I have a sneaky suspicion that like 87% of the league will be in 4-6. So I'm trying not to get into 4-6 because like
4-6 makes sense. I mean, I love it. I've been using 4-6 in non-custom leagues forever, just because I like. So I'm a big nickel G guy. I love to use that all the time. It winds out your DNs a little bit more.
Yeah,
it still gives you a 3-3.
I've been using big nickel a lot this year.
I love big nickel, man. But the same playbook has that 3-3 defense that a lot of guys use. You get the dollar still, gives you a little 3-4. Not a whole lot of option 3-4, but gives you enough in the 3-4 that you can play that. You got the 4-6 or the 46 defense, like you alluded to, that you can also play. I think does it have the 4? Does that one have the 4-3?
4-6?
No, the 4-3. No, I guess the Chiefs playbook has a 4-3.
Yeah.
You can run the 4-3 over. Yeah, that's the other playbook. Besides the 46, is the Chiefs kind of playbook has some of those alternative. Hunter is chiming in with the Packers playbook. Which again, so your team defaults to the Packers. Have you played with the Packers so far? What do you think of that playbook? Yeah.
No, because it's like everyone is using like Jets, Packers. I try to avoid the
popular ones.
The popular ones, because if you run in the popular ones, then everybody know what the fuck's coming.
Everybody knows what the fuck you're running, right? I was actually telling Julian this when I play Shitta. I know what Shitta's running because he runs the same fucking 9 plays.
Yeah, exactly.
And I play him twice a year for fucking 5 seasons.
So I've been running the Niners playbook, and I'm having I'm slowly realizing that like I actually may need a fullback because they have a lot of shotgun formations that have like a random ass fullback in out wide.
Well, use checks role is huge in the 49er system, so you should imagine that some same things that happen because you got to remember they use Debo all over the place, they use check all over the place, they use Ayuk all over the place, and then occasionally they put McCaffrey all over the place. So
here's a question real quick for the three of you: would you rather have a playbook that has personnel flexibility, or would you rather have a playbook that has formation flexibility? Because both aren't the same. Like you mentioned, Musi, you have Kuzier that plays fullback out in the slot. You have Debo that plays running back at times. That's what I mean by personnel flexibility. Now, formation is, like the Chiefs has that big nasty. I think the Bucks kind of has that big nasty formation also, which is a little different variation of that 5 wide. The Jets. Which one do you prefer?
I've always been a formation flexibility kind of guy, but I like the idea of personnel flexibility, like I like the idea of it, but if you're going to do that, you really have to be like, you have to have it in your mind. Like, okay, I'm going to come out in this. Oh, they have 3 down linemen. Oh, well, I can weak box and go down to a single back formation. Like you have to really like think about those things whenever
really be strategic about the stuff that you're running.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Whereas with formation flexibility, it's more like so I would say personnel flexibility is like play-to-play adjustments, whereas formation flexibility is like quarter-over-quarter adjustment. Like, oh, this quarter, this dude looks like on defense he ran straight match, so I'm going to switch to a match beater defense or offense. So I feel like that's kind of what you have is like each play you're going to have to change something for personnel, while as each quarter, or it's not just a quarter, like each drive or something like that, you change something for formation.
Well, and I also think if you are on the sense of more of the player, you know, changing it up, you got to have a lot of depth.
Yeah.
You have a ton of depth because depth is going to come as an equation to your formations and guys coming in and that sub formation and this and the other, because you got to have multiple running backs. You got to have multiple tight ends that can actually be available to you that are legit to be on the field. Where most of us, you figure we try to go at least, 4 wide, 4 deep at receiver, maybe 2 deep at tight end, running back 1 guy, and then another one maybe as a development guy. That's about it on offense. But if you go the personnel variation route, you got to have almost 5 or 6 receivers. You got to have almost 2 or 3, probably more about 3 tight ends, and one that can flex and play a little fullback in that situation. You got to have a couple more running backs that can actually play, because if you go into a gun set, you need 2 legit type of running backs. Moosey, you were about to kind of say something.
I was going to chime in with actually, for me, it depends on the side of the ball. For offense, I think formation flexibility to me matters a lot more, because I like to know that I have much more variety in the plays, because I can depend on my players generally to hit majority of those plays. I think a good route concept can get most wide receivers open, no matter how small, tall, slow, fast. So for offense, I'd much rather prefer formation flexibility. But then on defense, I can kind of wander out to the player flexibility due to the fact of, as you said, the depth reasons. You can have that 4th or 5th corner come in. You can have that second or that 3rd and 4th safety come drop down into the box. You can have an extra D line. You can have an extra linebacker. You can have one less linebacker. Like, all these reasons that defense, I like the idea of having the flexibility, because you can throw off somebody so easily, especially in a game where you have all those TikTok nerds, you have all those ebooks users.
All the cheesers. Call them what they are. They're all the fucking cheesers.
Yeah, you have all these people that
all the darks of the world. We'll call them what they are. All the fucking darks.
They watch all these videos on how to cover beaters, or they watch all these videos to figure out, this is how you identify cover 3 defense.
Did I see someone line up in a tight formation and motion a fucking receiver from right to left or left to right? I'm like, oh, here comes a TikTok play. And here it comes.
So, like, all these people, and I like the idea of having that defensive flexibility, because now that you have the defensive flexibility, they're going to look at it. Is that a cover 4? Is that a cover 3? Is that a cover 2? Especially for leagues like this, where that's very cheesing is very much shamed upon.
It is. It absolutely is. A guy like Randy is out fucking looking for motherfuckers. Yeah, making sure they don't fucking do that shit. Now, I'll say, offensively, I like formation variation. Yeah. Defensively, though, I'm a personnel variation guy. Because to your point, Moosey, if I'm playing fucking Toucan that I know is going to run the ball fucking 27 times a game, I want a 3rd safety on the field when I play nickel. I don't want a corner, because that dude's soft. I want to have a strong safety that can come into the box and almost play like a 3rd linebacker, but also cover if I need him to, a tight end or some bullshit like that.
I'm gonna say something real quick. I'm not sure if it's a hot, but a spicy take. But I think we're gonna see much more 3-4 and 4-3 this year.
I think so too.
And I think Moosey and I kind of labbed this last night, where I found a defense that I like out of 4-3, but the problem is I found it and I was like, oh, this is really good. I like this. And then the next day on YouTube, some dude.
Oh no, you saw it on YouTube. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, some dude on YouTube posted it. I was like, fuck you. Like, now I can't run the defense that I found.
Because everybody else didn't know what the fuck I'm doing right now.
Yeah. I was like, well, I guess I gotta like fucking sit and decide my fate if I'm gonna have to remake a defense after I just found one I liked.
What was that? What was that defense?
Good question. Good question.
I mean, it's on YouTube. It's on TikTok. But you can make us find it on TikTok. MK,
you'll find it on YouTube. I don't know if it's on TikTok.
YouTube, TikTok, MK. DM me what it is. We got a little. Which, by the way, I think Legacy is actually Toddy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Commentate the cap game on stream. Which
started up, Toddy.
You and I talked about this before. We can do this.
Oh, I would love to for the
we can
Aloha game right
absolutely
now.
do this.
For the Aloha game right now, hell yeah!
Oh,
I want
you
Aloha on the
imagine?
cast. I want Aloha on the cast. I want to commentate.
You
this game.
imagine that's the game we do the stream.
Oh yeah,
It's
right
Caps
now,
versus
right
Aloha
now.
after the podcast. That's the game we stream.
Oh, you and me. Well, let's do this.
I'm down. Listen, stay tuned. After the People's Podcast, there may be a Caps game that gets streamed with your own very own Moosey and I. After I beat Moosey in Madden, by the way, I gotta, yeah. Which, by the way, I still need you to fucking tell me where you got that picture from because I want to buy one.
All right, I'll find the
fucking love
source.
it.
I'll find the source and I'll tell you.
I need the source, dude. I fucking love the damn picture.
It might just be a Walmart pickup, but I will.
It's okay. Listen, Walmart pickup. That's even better because that's on the budget.
Yeah. Catch me in dollar store.
That's right. Hey, listen, Gordo will be there too. Julian,
Yeah.
you came back to Legacy. You joined the Prospect League. You finally, gather enough funds to buy the game before Black Friday. So I appreciate you. No, Randy, I've known Julian for 15 plus years. All right.
Old.
Oh, yeah, obviously he's lost his fucking hair, obviously. Fucking guy's old. He's actually a week older than I am, actually. Our birthdays are the same year, same month, just a week apart.
You should have a head shine contest.
No, we're not, because I still got fucking hair up here. Not much, but I refuse to let it go. I refuse.
Dude, I'm just saying,
I
Julian's
have a
rocking
better
the
grip
ball
on
head.
reality.
You got the better beard too.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is short.
Moosey, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
he has to keep it all nice for his next Marvel
Come
movie.
on. Better beard, really? He's got fucking white hair, fucking growing out of his fucking beard.
It suits his look. What are you talking about?
Mine at least is.
Exactly what he said. You're trying to. He's
fucking
accepted
legit.
reality.
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get back to work. Can't wait.
All right, Randy, go back to work, dude. I appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate you, man.
For sure. See
Hey,
y'all
when you
later,
get home,
boys.
text me so you can lose.
Fucking 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
I got you. I'll be up. I'll be up.
Sounds good, boys. Talk to y'all later.
All right, dude.
See you.
Appreciate you. All right, appreciate it. So Randy joined the pod. All right, so now 3 of us. Back to Julian.
Yeah. So you know what it is with me, man. I have this love-hate relationship with Madden.
With Madden, fuck yeah. Yeah. It is a big love-hate relationship.
Yeah, no, and when it's at the end of it, like when I say I hate, like I don't even want to think about Madden. And that's kind of what happened towards the end of it. I was really excited, the last season. I had a lot of fun. And then I just hit a wall and I was just done, man. I didn't want to play. I played because I had to, and I wasn't gonna not play, but fuck, I didn't want to fucking play, man. And I almost didn't get it. And fortunately,
I know. You and I were talking about it just a couple of days ago that you were not going to get it.
Fortunately, the 50% off came back up last minute. So
there you go. That's how you
I
got
went
it.
ahead and bought it because I might not have otherwise.
So Moosey, I'm going to share a fun fact with you.
Yes, sir.
So Julie and I, back in Madden 20, before Madden 20, I used to play the depressed solo version. Offline franchise, play with myself, nobody else. Didn't know a Discord community existed. Nothing. Mm-hmm. I played Julian like he was my buddy. We played online every so often. I beat his ass. He beat my ass.
No,
I ran like the same
not
fucking
at
plays.
at
Julian, I'm
that
telling the
point.
story. It's my story. So then we get to Madden 21. And he shoots me a text and says, "Hey, listen, there's this Discord league." I'm like, "What the fuck is Discord?" Discord league, Madden. I think you like it. It's franchise, 32 users. So he explains to me what it is. And I'm like, all right, sure. I mean, I'll hop in and kind of figure it out. So this was in September 21. I was hooked. I was terrible. I'm so terrible. But I was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Less terrible now.
like big time pair. We got a special appearance by the Toucan, the General, the Hall of Fame.
No,
the
I know what's
Hall of
coming.
Fame
I know what's
inductee
coming. Screw
that
this,
no
man.
one thinks he should be
Screw this, man.
has joined the podcast. General, yeah, listen, you can take a back seat to my story. But anyways, so he tells me about this league, so I joined the league, and here I am, 3-4 years later in Legacy. Now we run that's how OTC got created. Was I joined September when January came around? I said, "Fuck it, I want to start my own league," and that's how OTC kind of came about, and we've been running since.
Mm-hmm.
But we would not be doing this People podcast without this guy nudging me and saying, "Hey, be a good idea if you join this Discord bullshit league and
what league was
have
that
fun
again?
at it." So, huh?
What league was that again?
OGC.
OGC, that's right.
Hey, it was OGC. I was the Steelers.
I can't stand.
And I took over the Steelers when Justin Fields got drafted by the Steelers in the league. And I was terrible. I ran the same 3 plays. I was pissed off. I broke like 19 rules. Didn't understand the whole concept of rules. But it was bad. All right, General. Are you on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Mic
you.
check. Okay.
I'm
So
here.
before you start talking, I got to tell the rest of the group that we have a Hall of Famer. Hold on. Hall of Famer on the podcast right now.
Oh, God.
How you doing, man? You mean you used to be my co-host? You've been dogging me lately. You haven't been showing up.
No, you're trying
How
to.
you doing? How you living?
I live good. I work
How's
nights
work? Because
now.
I know
Well,
because you've been working more nights now, right?
Well, I work like the days, and then we take overtime for nights, like 6 to 10. I literally sit on my ass for on call at work. So I literally get to sit in a building at my job on a couch and watch movies. I gotta wait for people to call me. If not, I don't get any calls, I just roll. But it's
So
not
you on
bad.
call right now, or are you off the clock?
I'm off the clock. I'm off from this week. Well, I work tomorrow night because I had to switch a night.
All right. So
Then I'm
first and
done with my
foremost,
nights.
dude, congratulations on your Mickey Mouse Hall of Fame induction. I'm proud of you. You won the Hall of Fame award for being the most consistent loser in the NFC Championship game. I'm gonna
was
call
one
it
in
what it
three.
is.
I'll
That's
say I was
what the
1 and
people
3.
are saying. Listen again, it's a people's podcast. It ain't the people's podcast without the truth coming out. So you say you're 1 and 3 NFC Championship games. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
So 1 and 3 AFC Championship game gets you a develop. I mean, obviously James Cook made the Hall of Fame. Who'd you pay off? That's what we want to know. The people's podcast want to know who the fuck did you pay off?
Okay, but are you going to talk about his win-loss record?
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Hold on. So if
you're telling me win-loss record doesn't matter. You're
Lucy?
talking the guy he's competing against. He's competing against the top users in the league, and that doesn't matter to you.
I paid off Moosey. Can't you tell?
obviously,
Right.
I can obviously tell.
If you feel you're on the same level as Gordo, you can say it.
Who in the same level as Gordo?
You, because you're talking about win-loss ratio doesn't matter.
No,
Gordo was 23
Listen,
and 50 something.
If you are okay, all right. If you're going to make a Hall of Fame, means you are the best of the best. Is that correct?
Okay.
Yes or no, Moosey? I'm gonna ask you first.
Yeah.
Is that valid?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your definition of the best of the best? What does that equal? What does that mean to you?
Somebody that dominates the game at a consistent pace over the entire interval that they have been playing.
Okay. All right. Toucan, chime in if I speak out of turn, if I say some shit that's not correct. Being 1 and 3 in championship games, does that qualify as best of the best?
Making it. I at least
No,
made it.
all right, Toucan, I said some shit that wasn't right. Chime in.
You told me to.
Moosey?
Okay, let me ask you in response to that, right? Okay, Toucan, can you name all 4 of your opponents for those championship games?
Aloha.
All 4, right?
Yeah, Aloha was all.
And now, Jorge, how many chips does Aloha have? Go
I can
on.
answer.
I'm asking you.
I think Aloha has one.
He has one. He has one. He
I
does
think
have
Aloha has
one.
one. He has
one.
one.
He
Of, one
beat
of those 4?
So go ahead.
One of
Continue.
those
Continue
four?
with your. Continue
Wait, who
with.
else? Who else?
He has one.
Who else won?
No,
Okay,
no,
who
no,
else
no,
won
no, no,
those?
no fucking who else.
Roy Water.
Who else?
DK has the
Who
other
else
one.
won?
Roy has the other one.
Okay.
Water.
And Water has the other one. The
Okay.
fucking guy who's not in.
So DK's in the Hall of Fame. Aloha's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Now Water's the one that's up for
Correct.
debate.
And he lost to
Toucan
all
right
of them.
now.
He didn't beat him. He didn't beat him. Now, if you said to me, Moosey, if you said to me,
Mhm.
George, he beat Aloha. He beat DK. And he lost in the Super Bowl to to whoever won it, then you know what, Moosey, I may have agreed with you. So you know what? He beat the guys that are in it, but he
All right.
didn't. He lost to the guys who are in it.
That's,
And
I
the
got you
one
with this
year-
one, though.
Who's the one guy you beat the year you lost in the Super Bowl, Toucan? Who'd
What
you beat
happened?
to get there?
Roy, Jalen, and Aloha.
No, the year you made the Super Bowl against the year you
Yeah.
made it
Yeah,
against
he said
Water.
he got past
Yeah,
Roy,
it was
Jalen,
those
and Aloha
three.
to get to that
It
Super
was
Bowl.
those three.
No, Jalen didn't play the last season.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
No, it was 20. It was the third or fourth season, which Jalen's final season, because I beat Jalen in a
Jalen's
divisional
final
round,
season was year 3.
and I beat him in a divisional round. Then Aloha in the championship. Roy, pretty sure on the wild card because Aloha won
And
the
who'd
one
you lose
seed.
to? And who'd you lose
Water. I lost to Water.
to? He lost to the guy who didn't even make it. So help it make sense, Moosey. Help it make sense. Toucan, you help it make sense. Now, I get it. You beat Water, you beat Aloha. Now, that's like me saying. I'm gonna take it to a Graham irrelevant schedule.
Mhm.
That's like me saying I beat Water in the playoffs.
Mhm.
I beat Noah in the playoffs,
Mhm.
which was Noah made the Super Bowl more on the NFC side than anybody else did.
Okay.
I beat Primetime, who won the Super Bowl in the
Okay.
playoffs. The difference between Toucan and I is that he has a player in the Hall of Fame and I don't. Statistically, win percentage wise, we're almost identical.
Are you?
Whoa. No,
Whoa.
not even
Toucan?
close.
Toucan,
What-
correct me if I'm wrong. Toucan, outside of the last year, I made the playoffs every year, which so did you. You made them all of the years, right?
Yeah.
Who made it further? You had the one run you had in the playoffs where you lost to Water in the Super Bowl. Other than that, what was your longest run?
Championship 4 times.
So
3
you won
times
the NFC
technically.
championship game. How many times?
I think a total of 4.
So you were in the you were in the AFC championship 4 times of 5
Yep.
years. And the one
I'm
time
pretty
you
sure.
weren't, it was a Super Bowl.
No, it might have been. It's definitely 3 times then. It's 3 times because I lost to
let's
Trey
keep-
and
let's-
Aloha.
let's keep peeling it back.
Nothing about it for a minute. But go on.
So, how many wins did you have in a season on average?
14.
Okay, mine was 12 to 13.
Your best year is my worst year.
What's that?
Your best year is my worst year.
You played a division with fucking MK, Gordo, and who was the fucking other person?
Yeah, taking no, it's MK, Dark, and Chase. But taking into consideration I played all
Which, by the
top
way,
users.
when I played your division, you're the only person I lost to. I swept the other 3 guys.
And I leaned back playing you.
What's that?
And I leaned back playing you.
Oh, no. You definitely leaned back. You weren't setting up whatsoever. I think it was over before the kickoff even happened. But I'm just saying, career-wise, Toucan may have had, let's call it a 7% win percentage. Is that fair, Toucan?
Like,
Maybe 80? You want to call it 80?
I was like 70 and 15, I think. Me and Aloha were close, so he beat me out.
Now, AFC was
70
more
and 50
competitive,
70, 15. Okay.
so we'll give him that. But NFC wise, we weren't that much different than Toucan was.
So are you trying to rest your case for
Toucan and
Hall
I
of
have
Fame?
the same. Toucan and I have the same Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah,
One, and we both lost.
yeah. I look
Toucan
at it this
and I
way.
have.
Me and you were. It's a whole different animal come playoff time. I
You're right.
can consistently make it to where I gotta go. You, on the other hand, are first round, second round exit. Well, what's your career
Because you
playoff wins
played
last year?
fucking MK and Dark in the fucking first round.
No, I didn't. I was always playing Aloha, either divisional or championship. It was Jalen. I played Trey. I actually played Julian multiple times.
Which you played fucking Julian.
He
It's fucking Julian.
He would have beat me, but he screwed himself. And he knows it. Look at that reaction. He knows it. He had the game.
Oh no, Julian would call me. He goes, "Fuck, bro, I lost to Toucan. I would have fucking beat his ass.
He had the game.
I should have. I had the game won, and I fucked up.
He was easily up by 10, like double digits. He had the game, and he just started throwing the ball. He just could have ran it end of the game. It was his.
Yeah, he did some random shit. Julian likes to do some random shit towards the end of the game and just fucking wonder why he loses sometimes.
I don't have to wonder. I know. I'm well aware. I lose it. I don't know what it is, man. I just always lose my focus at the end of the game.
Listen, Julian gets bored just running the clock out. It's not his DNA. He doesn't like to do it. He said,
he
Fuck
did
it,
say that.
He
did. He did say that though when I ended up winning the game. He was like, I got bored. I just want to throw it. He literally said, I just wanted to throw it.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, I completely, it's one of those things. I hate running out the clock. I hate when people run out the clock against me.
Which Toucan is professional.
Yeah, I can't stand it. It just so it's one of those things, man. I probably shouldn't, but I've lost too many games being too conservative at the end.
Gordo, you're dog shit. Gordo, I literally taught you everything I know about Madden, and you still only get 6 wins. Like, I don't understand. I don't even. I have a brain aneurysm trying to help him sometimes.
Yes.
Holy hell.
We are feeling
What you drinking, George?
You don't.
How long have you been drinking?
You don't want to know that either.
That is Friday, so probably like 12, 1 o'clock.
Jesus.
When did you and I talk on the phone today? Like, probably like 1 o'clock or so. I think
9 a.m.
No. When I talked to him, I think it was about 1 o'clock today. Oh, actually, it was 3 o'clock today, so it was actually later than that. So,
But
all right, Toucan. So, you're in a division with me, Dimes, and JJ.
Right.
Assuming there's no reboot, no glitches, no nothing, and we play till fucking September of next year. How many division titles are you gonna win?
How many seasons would that be?
Let's call it 8 seasons. I think the average legacy season on a non-reboot status goes about 8 seasons before retro kind of kicks up. So we'll call it 8 seasons. In 8 seasons, how many dubs, how many division titles are you winning?
I think at least 6 or 7. I think JJ takes year 1 though, my opinion. You don't. Sorry, Jorge, because you're not bad. It's just like sometimes you're like, what the hell happened? You go from being like a great user to being like Gordo.
You're not bad, but you're not good, is what he's saying. Hey, something I want to add.
I will clip this later.
I reminded him earlier.
Perfectly fine with me.
He, as long as he's been running his league, I don't think he's made it to the Super Bowl.
No, that's not true.
What with that super team that you had?
In my own league, I made a Super Bowl 3 times. I'm 0-3.
Okay.
I'm 0-3. I've never won one, but I have made it. I'm 0-3.
Okay. I don't know.
Brody accounts for 2 of those 3 losses.
All right, I got a question for you. How many division division titles you think you're getting?
Me personally,
Yeah,
in 7 seasons,
in 7 or 8 seasons.
8 seasons, 4.
4.
I
Interesting.
think I went half. I think early on, and again, I call it what it is. I think you are definitely better used than I am. I think you're strategically a lot better than I am, but I think I just have a better team overall wise. I think
I
the
agree.
overall team will carry me early on in legacy. If I do a decent job of keeping the team together, I think early on I will win the division only for that fact. I think as we build the rosters up and it becomes more even, I think you take it over. I don't think JJ has a chance. I don't think Dime has a chance. But
JJ's a good user.
What I've heard is JJ's sneaky good, but I've also heard JJ gets in his own way. Which JJ reminds me a little bit of Shitta.
That's a.
So
JJ's better.
He may be. You're right, but I think
I played him.
I think the advantage I have over JJ, at least early on, is he doesn't know me at all, and I have a better team, and I can stop Nick Chubb.
Yeah, but he couldn't stop James Cook.
You're right.
Completely
You're
different
right.
type of runner, though.
I had no fucking defensive line to fucking stop James Cook.
You need speed for Cook. Chubb
listen, no, fuck that shit. I tried blitzing everybody. I tried blitzing nobody. I tried playing fucking 9-man on the defensive line. I tried fucking run committing. It didn't matter. James Cook just.
The crazy thing is, it wasn't speed. It was the change of direction. Because I played you. Like I watched you play, and I know like sometimes you overcommit if they're running on. Like I was watching you how to play, like how you're taking your players' routes, like chasing down a running back. I was like, I got him. I'm gonna take his ankles a couple times and be gone. Which it happened.
It did happen. Absolutely did. Which, by the way, we have another surprise guest join the podcast right now.
Please don't be
Gordo.
Gordo.
Pause. Who?
Please don't be Gordo.
It is not Gordo. It is our man, the myth, the man, the legend. Aloha is on the podcast.
What's up, boys?
How you doing, man?
What's up, Aloha?
Just chilling. It's all that Jorge. I mean, I always see the link in our podcast room, but he DM'd me the link, and I said, if Julian and Moosey can hop on without a team in here, I can hop on and chat too. So
there you go.
I need somebody to quit the main league. So,
hey, step in line.
I was here before you, bro.
Yeah, but listen, the man created the Caps team right now, and he's fully enriched right now. I think Moosey's probably leading the next in line for Legacy main league. At least again from the outside guy. I don't know anything. I
never got that invite for Caps, man.
Do you want me to make you a player? Would you like to be on the Niners or the Caps?
I mean, the mouse would be on the
make
Niners.
a player.
Be on
he said
be on the
Niners.
team.
He said Niners first. Now he's first on the list. Good.
By the way, Aloha. All right, so a trade was requested. Going back to the Caps. Trade was requested. Now you're a member of your favorite team, and the first game, the first start you get, it's against the team that drafted you, that groomed you, that had belief in you. How are you feeling about coming back home? It's Honolulu, so it's a little bit of a distance, but
we planned this all along. We saw that game. We heard QB competition. There was no QB competition. Didn't Julian lose the only game? I mean,
yeah, he did.
Didn't Jalen lose the only game?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Before we continue, Gordo, this is not a let's blow off Aloha session. So before you blow up the comment, yeah, there he is. There he goes.
What the fuck?
I was showing the comments, and I was like, fuck, there he goes. Fuck, come on, man. And then it all disappeared. There he is. Oh, the cat. There he is.
Magically, mine appeared at the same exact time.
Oh, there you go. Your cat's over there on the left. Look at that.
But no, I'm excited. It should be fun. Is Toddy doing it tonight? Did we get confirmation?
I believe he literally just got onto the league, and he might be doing it tonight because he's in a good mood with the Giants win.
He should definitely post it, and then all of us commentate it. Well,
I was telling him that would be great right now because we're all on. We got you over here gonna watch yourself play,
and I'm gonna pick him off. He's gonna throw me a pick.
I'll tag him right now because I know he was on. He sent me an invite to play accidentally because since I'm currently the GM of the Niners.
so he has to put you on auto or whatever.
Yeah, so he has to like put me on auto, but I think he accidentally removed me.
He's like, fuck him.
So people on the podcast, in a few minutes, you may see a tag for the Caps League against our former QB1 Aloha 101 Caps team versus 49ers. Be commentated here live.
Oh yeah. I heard you guys were talking about records and whatnot. That's where I had to hop in.
Yeah. So okay. So Aloha, tell us now. Again, I know you're part of the Hall of Fame committee as a inductee. How the fuck did Toucan make it?
So the only reason why, I mean, who knows who Water would have took, Roy or Toucans. I think we may know whose, but Water didn't make it because he took a season and a half off. You can't really make it doing that. I don't know. It was almost 2 seasons, I think, worth. Because I remember he joined, and he may have had a shot the last few games to sneak in as the 7th seed, but then he tanked the rest of it. But I don't know. That's how the voting went. So, and it was
it unanimous?
Yeah, no one voted for Water.
Really?
Yeah, no one voted for Water, but everyone did say I would have voted Water in if he didn't leave. I mean, he probably would have won a couple bowls with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So, or I mean,
that would have been fun to play him.
George, what's in the backup cup?
So you just noticed I had 2 cups. So this cup is actually a beer cup.
Oh, okay.
This is my bourbon cup.
I got you.
The bourbon cup is the one you don't see. The smaller cup.
Hey,
I
gotta go.
I appreciate you, Julian. Thanks for hopping on, dude.
Yeah.
Good luck this season. Besides when you play me, and hope you lose.
Beat your ass. Last.
He just left. I don't know what happened to him.
The censorship is crazy.
So, listen. I don't know what happened to me. Lost connection. So Aloha. So the thing that got brought up in the general chat was, is this more of a Hall of Consistency versus a Hall of Fame? And Toucan's here, so we'll use him as an example. Obviously, when you think about consistency, he did a phenomenal job. The guy was, AFC Championship year in, year out, made, a Super Bowl appearance, this, that, and the other. I know Water's getting, somewhat, I hate to say the word penalized, but it's being held against him, the fact that he took off a year and a half. But the dude still won a bowl. So is the committee's eyes more about, hey, you were here the whole time, you were dominant the entire time, which Toucan was. Is that kind of the barometer? Because you look at past guys like yourself, DK, even Roy, who made the Hall of Fame as well, along with Toucan, and all you three have one thing in common. It was a bowl. So how does that hold towards the future?
I see the argument, but I think when you look at Toucan and what did we do? Did we do 5 or 6 that cycle? I think it was 6.
We did 5 seasons.
So what did he have? What did James Cook was first team All Pro every year in the awards. He was number 2 Hall of Fame player, won Super Bowl, won the division every year, but won general, or did you win it every year?
I won it every year.
Won the division every year. I think 1 seed once.
I think at least twice.
I mean, everything's there on the resume for him to get it. I mean, Water won a bowl, but Water played 2.5 with the Bears, 1.5 with the Dolphins, something like that, or not even a full 2.5 with the Bears. I just don't think you can argue to put someone in it just because they won a Super Bowl. I mean, you could argue
So is it the best GM award?
Prime was as dominant as Water in his short.
So I think you're absolutely right. So why Toucan over a guy like Lamp?
Over Lamb?
Yeah, because on paper,
I don't
wins,
think it was as
division titles, seeding, they're almost the same. The only difference between Lamp and Toucan was
Do you
AFC
mean to say
NFC
Prime?
Championship games.
Do you mean to say Prime?
No, not Prime, because Prime
Oh, you're just talking
Prime-
about the
Prime didn't explode, for lack of better words.
I still think General. We can go back and look through all the awards. I still think General blows Lamp out of the water in terms of awards.
I'll die on that hill. Lamp's never beaten me.
When you think about I mean, I can see Jorge's argument to that though. You didn't beat Water in the Super Bowl, but I still don't think.
Yeah, no.
General deserved it. I mean, I don't. There's no hesitancy. Either General or Water would have been an honorable mention for sure.
No, I think it's a toss-up, and either guy could have won it.
I would say everyone wanted, and this is no offense to you, General. I think everyone wanted to induct Water. It just didn't feel right because you had someone that just didn't have a ring, but was equally or more dominant in a consistent in a cycle. Does that make sense? So, like from a cycle standpoint, not a 2-season standpoint, General's pretty dominant.
So then, along those lines, why was Noah then a potential honorable mention?
Because he had one Super Bowl appearance and 4 years of streaks to Watson. I mean, I don't
He
think
does, but record-wise, division title-wise, his stats on paper are very similar, not equal to Toucan.
I mean, he maybe won or split with Water the last.
You think about player of the year, inductees, this and the other. As far as players, they had the same number of guys recognized. You think about wins, dominance, NFC Championship games, Super Bowl bursts, similar, if not the same.
Oh, Jorge, in the podcast room, by the way, they put the stream for Caps.
Oh, so Caps team is playing. Oh, we got to cut
I
this shit off.
didn't even realize.
Oh, Aloha is taking
It's not
on.
started. He's waiting for us. I just didn't
Listen, we got to
realize.
cut this off. Aloha is playing the Caps, 49ers Caps. That's more important than the rest of this conversation about the Hall of Fame. Toucan, congratulations. Aloha, I hope you throw 14 picks to me.
At least throw me a pick.
Yeah, throw
All
Toucan a
right,
pick, too.
all right. Can you put it on one of these boxes?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna reload this up and put it on the mainframe. And if you want to have, I'm gonna create a different link for it. But if you want to hop back on and commentate and watch the game alongside with us, let me know.
Sounds good.
All right, People Podcast, another episode. Appreciate y'all. Till the next time, go watch the Caps game. We're gonna fuck Aloha up.